Hey, yeah, don't look at my hair. Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today I'm making sourdough bread. Okay, this is my sourdough starter, okay? It's just in a big half-gallon jar, and you can see that it's kind of separated at the bottom. And I'm going to stir this up while I tell you about this. Now, in the summertime, you can just put some flour and some water and a little bit of sugar and put a piece of cheesecloth over it and set it outside to collect wild yeast. Well, it's winter, so I had to start mine a little sooner. I had to start mine with some help. So now that I've mixed this all up, what I did was I took 2 cups, now this is a half-gallon jar, which is 8 cups. I took 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, or maybe even 3 cups of water, a half a teaspoon of dry active yeast, and a teaspoon of sugar. And then I just mixed it all up and put a cloth over it and set it on this plate because they have been known to overflow. And then I just set this cloth on it, and the next day it was ready to go. It was puffy and wonderful. I don't have a hard and fast thing for this, so I'm just going to pour, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of my sourdough starter in my mixing bowl. I'm going to feed my sourdough. That means I'm going to replace what I took out with a cup of flour and 2 cups of warm water. That's all I'm doing to feed it, folks. I haven't even looked up my own old videos on this, but when we stir it, I might add some more flour to this. There we go. So 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of water. And now I don't have to add more sugar. I don't have to add yeast because it's already in there and it's working. So what I do now is I just put my cloth back over it. I set this on the wood box next to the wood stove. Anywhere in your kitchen where your dogs aren't going to get into it, and where it will stay somewhat warm near a heater, but mine is by my wood stove. And now I'm just going to start dropping flour into my sourdough mixture. A little bit of salt. And we'll just let that knead. All right. I'm just going to take out my dough, drop in about a tablespoon of oil, and just pop it, roll it around in there just to make sure it doesn't really stick to the bowl. I'll cover this with a clean tea towel, and I'm just going to set this over where I keep my yeast, where it's warm by the wood stove. All right, so let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. So we're just going to punch that down. Here's our loaf pan. I'm just going to set that in there just like that. And then we're just going to cover it over to keep the heat in. And let it rise again. Okay, our sourdough is ready to go in the oven, where it's going to bake for 35 minutes. Okay, the timer's gone off. And I take my nice loaf of sourdough out. I just want to make sure I flick the bottom, and if it sounds hollow, it's done. And all I do is take the tea towel and I just put it right over that and let it cool that way, and that will soften the crust. Leave the tea towel off if you want a crusty bread. Okay, and over here, look at that. It's already starting to bubble up. Lovely, fresh sourdough starter for tomorrow's bread. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying sourdough. Start it, feed it every day, and it's the simplest way to have fresh bread every single day. Take care. God bless.